fantasy right now. What's up, Icy?
Not much. Just a whole hell of a lot of shit went down, and starting Monday starts the first thing of custody battle.
Well, I mean, you knew that was coming.
No, but I'm the one starting it.
I mean, it was inevitable. I don't know why you didn't start it sooner.
Because I didn't have the $2,500 to do as a retention fee.
Wait, but you bought a car. But you bought a Charger. Could you have started this instead of buying the Charger?
My fiance is the one that funded the Charger.
Cool. Couldn't she have funded this instead? This seems a little more important than a Charger.
Well, this was an issue until the ex started to threaten me.
No, it was the issue. No, stop. It was an issue from day one. I told you from day one. This not having the court intervene and do a custody battle, this we're gonna do custody on our own shit never fucking works. Ever. I told you that was a bad idea right from the beginning. You should have started custody battle day fucking one. That shit never works. It is unsustainable. All it's going to lead is you two fighting over who gets the kid more. Or who's treating the kid this way, or who's all that's all that ever leads to. If you're not with the kid's parent, if the two parents aren't together, you go to court immediately. So then there's no argument anymore. Now the court says, you get them this days, I get them this days. We have the rules set in stone, and it's punishable by law if we don't follow them. Done. That's it. And then you work within those rules. That is why custody court exists. So I tried to tell you that from day one, that you should have already started this. But anyway, what the hell was she arguing about to make you decide to finally pull the trigger on this thing?
Making empty threats in public, basically trying to make me look like I'm this horrible monster in public in front of people.
Okay,
I'm making a claim.
All right, cool. I was gonna ask if it was on camera, but I don't.
Yes,
all right.
It's on dash cam.
It's on dash cam. Does dash cam have audio?
Yes, it's recording. It records audio.
Okay, as long as dash cam records our audio. So that leads me to ask, just don't be vague. Don't be vague. Don't make an empty threats. What specifically did she say?
You might want to mute stream audio for me for a second.
As long as you're not dropping an N-word, I don't care.
She was trying to say I sexually assaulted her in public.
SA, just use SA. But all right, so she's saying you SA'd her. How? How did you SA her? How is she claiming you SA'd her?
Apparently, I stuck my hand down her pants in public.
So she's claiming you stuck your hand down her pants.
Yeah.
In public.
Mm-hmm. Keep in mind, this all stemmed over $400 of child tax credit.
Yeah, which is another reason why you go to custody court, because then you get the judge will decide who gets to claim the kid on taxes, so that you don't fight over tax. Taxes are usually the thing people fight over because of child tax credit. Yeah, exactly. By the way, child tax credit, not $400. Did she tell you it was $400?
The total tax credit that we got from Owen this year was $800, but we've been splitting it 50-50, so she got $400. I would have got $400.
Okay, then who the fuck is doing your taxes wrong? The federal child tax credit is $2,000. I know, I've got 2 kids.
Yeah, welcome to H&R Block.
Why the fuck are you using H&R Block? TurboTax that shit, but yeah, you could easily Google what the federal child tax credit is. It doesn't matter what state you're in before we go down that road. the federal child tax credit is roughly $2,000. I think it might be 3 now. Actually, I got over 10 grand back this year, and over half of that was child tax credit. And I've got 2 kids. Yeah, like it's a lot more than $800. I know that much.
It just says maximum refundable amount currently capped at $1,600 per dependent.
Because I knew it was around $2,000. It might be $1,600, but it's not like a. To the best of my knowledge, or at least if you're using TurboTax, I don't know. I've never used H&R Blocks, but to the best of my knowledge, it's not like a fluctuating thing. It's
we also get SNAP benefits for them. That could also change it too.
That should make it higher, actually. I would imagine if it's one of those things that's. Yeah, it is. For the 2024 tax year, child tax credit will be worth $2,000 per qualifying child, with $1,700 being potentially refundable through additional child tax credit. So actually, you could end up getting more than $2,000.
And I mean, I actually got my tax thing.
Because I literally just Googled federal child tax credit, and that's.
And I've actually got my 2023 tax right here because that's. Let me see.
Oh, you're right. I did put in 2024. Let me do 2023. Maybe it changed from last year. Let's see. It was $1,600 per dependent in 2022, increased to $1,800 per dependent in 2023, with another increase to $2,000 in 2024. Okay, so last year it was $1,800.
Yeah, because I'm looking right now. It says earned income credit for my EIC, and then it says refundable child tax credit $803 this past year.
Yeah, so you got screwed on that then, because it should have been $1,800. And to the best of my knowledge, because I use TurboTax, I don't use H&R Blocks. I'm not sure what the fuck they fucked up on, but I know that with TurboTax, it's not like a fluctuating thing, like up to 18. No, it is a flat 1,800. Like you add your kid, you press add dependent, it adds 1,800 just immediately done. I add my second kid, another 1,800 immediately done, and that's legit. I pay extra for audit support with TurboTax. They offer 100% accuracy. Yes, I've been audited, and everything checked out. So I do trust TurboTax. They've yet to do me wrong. So you guys are arguing over an amount that's half of the amount you should have got to begin with. But okay. God, I don't understand like how. Like I'm wondering where the other half of that fucking child tax credit went. Like, did the H&R Block guy find a way to fucking pocket that shit? Like, because to the best of my knowledge, like that's like it's a credit. It's a set thing. That's what credits are. This is worth this much. This is worth this much. It's not like a fluctuating thing. It's not like you've got half a child. I don't understand how it can be less. That doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, I'm just Googling on my phone. Everything I'm reading shows that it is a flat credit. There's no fluctuation here. I mean, I see the requirements to get the credit. Yeah. Basically, the only way I can see that this could happen, and I'm not even sure how you guys would be allowed to do that. What's up, Max? By the way, I see your messages. I'm talking to Icy here. It literally won't play my stream. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm okay. All right. So I'm back. The only way I can think that would happen, because 800 is about half of the child tax credit. Did you both try to claim that child as a dependent? I don't even.
Before she ever got her W-2 in.
That shouldn't be possible, though. 2 people filing the same child as a dependent who aren't married should have triggered an audit. That's the reason I got audited. Is somebody else claimed my children before we were able to file taxes. Someone completely fucking random, no one we know. It was just someone trying to commit fraud, and I had to basically prove that my children were mine, because they not only claimed my children, they claimed every possible credit for a child possible, which makes no sense because one child shouldn't qualify for every credit possible. That's impossible to do because there's different credits for different age groups of children. So they had claimed my child. They wanted to claim the child tax credit. Then they wanted to claim college tuition credit. Then they wanted to claim like all this stuff. I'm like, so which is it? Is like, do I have a 5-year-old or are they in college? Like, what are we claiming here? Yeah, so I basically had to prove that was fraudulent, which I did, and then yeah.
Okay, here. This is because I put in, and this is actually for people that actually deal with the tax stuff. If a taxpayer received $800 tax credit, child tax credit, they would be refunded and a $1,200 additional tax credit. However, if the taxable income was not over the maximum refund amount, you only get what was actually taxed on the income credit. But I only earned basically enough for $800 to actually be taxed for the earning credit, for the child tax credit.
Oh, hold on, I thought you made. What'd you make last year?
8,000 gross.
You made $8,000 last year? The whole year? That's all you made?
Yep.
How the fuck are you not homeless?
My fiance is a very, very generous person right now.
Why aren't you claiming her?
Because her parents claim her because she lives with them. Legally.
Why aren't you claiming her as income? She's supporting you. Why aren't you claiming her as income? You know you can do that, right?
No, I was not aware of that.
My wife used to do that with her ex-husband because before they got married, he paid most everything, but he couldn't claim her as a dependent because her parents claimed her. All he has to do is write a letter saying that he gifts her X amount of money per month as income. That he is just basically donating money to her every month as income. And he doesn't have to give a reason. Anybody can donate to you, just like anybody can donate to your fucking Twitch stream. That's a donation, and that's income. Donations are income. She's donating that money to you every month.
Yeah, I did not know that.
I mean, if you really wanted paperwork to back it up, you could have just got her to donate all of the money to you through your Twitch stream and then use that to pay bills. So then you have a paper trail to back it up. If you really wanted to, not have to worry about tax paperwork. Because you claiming $8,000 as income for taxes looks... And then you want to claim a child as a dependent? That's going to look terrible in court. That's going to look bad. That's going to look real bad. That looks sus on paper. Oh, man. $8,000. That is less than $1,000 a month. So you're going to go stand in front of a judge. Your taxes are going to say that because he's going to look at your tax work. He ain't going to care what your girlfriend's doing. She's not part of this court case. He don't give a fuck about her. He's going to look at your tax work, and he's going to say, you made $8,000 last year, and you want to support a child? How? Give me a reason why I, as a judge, should give you custody of this child when you don't even make enough money to support yourself on paper. Do you have an answer for that?
Right now, no.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's
you need an answer to that one. That's a major problem. Because she's going to wipe the floor with you in court if you don't have an answer for that one. That's like question 1. We're not even getting into who treats the child better, or who has a better living environment, et cetera, et cetera. We're just going, can you feed this fucker? Like, let's start there. I will reiterate, when you go to custody court, and it looks even worse that you're the one filing for custody, and this is the money you're bringing to the table. That's also going to look bad. I can tell you, once it gets in front of a judge, that judge cares about one thing and one thing only: the best outcome for the child. That is it. And everything factors in and goes back to that. Do you make enough money to support the child? Will the child have a safe living environment? Is it a drug-free home? Do you have a criminal? They get into the stuff about you as a person after they find out if you can. The first hurdle you have to get past is whether or not you can financially support this child. And then they go into okay, what's your daily routine like? Can you reliably get this child to school, get it an education, keep clothes on its back? Is it a safe environment? Then they go into what you're like as a person. Are you fit to raise it? Then all that other stuff comes. But before you even get to that shit, you have to prove you can pay for the damn thing first. It doesn't matter if you're the most upstanding citizen in the world. If you don't make enough money to afford to feed it, they're not going to give it to you. Doesn't matter if you're a better person than she is. Which I'm guessing you are. I don't know her. I know you, though. Last I checked, you weren't on any hard drugs. You're not a criminal. You'd be a pretty good dad, but you got to be able to pay for it. So you got to find a way to fix that. What'd your lawyer say?
That even factoring in all the income and everything, because I've got video evidence, I've got text message evidence with her phone number and everything.
Yeah,
showing that she has zero interest to actually be a mother to him.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you'll get custody. You may have. I mean, what did the lawyer say about your income? That's the big issue right now. I'm less concerned about her weird, stupid allegations that are not going to go anywhere, because those aren't going to go anywhere. Thank you. They're Marvel. Thank you, guys. Yeah. So, like, what did he say when he saw your income? No, that's what I want to know. Like, what was his response to that?
Just saying, as long as both you and your fiance together can financially support the child, there's not an issue.
All right, then you got to be able to prove that, because if you can't prove, so here's how this works. If you can't prove that you can financially support the child, and let's say you go to court and you prove that she has no interest in raising the child, that she's unfit to raise that child. Let's say you're able to prove that. Then the judge looks at you and go, okay, well, can you raise the child? And if you can't prove that you can afford to raise that child, now the judge is in a position where he goes, okay, well, the mother's a shitty mother. She's not fit to raise this child. But the father isn't ready to raise a child yet. In the meantime, I've still got a child I need to house. What do I do with it? And if both parents aren't suitable options, what does that mean, Icy?
I'm aware.
Okay. Just so that you're aware. What you need to do is you need to have your girlfriend's. You need to have, well, I mean, two options. One is, it's maybe too late for this one because it's past tax season, so you won't have tax work to back it up. I would say one, you two need to just go down to the courthouse and get married. You can do your ceremony later, because once you're married, then you're joint filing taxes and her income becomes your income. I think we're past that point now because you've already filed taxes. So the other option is to have her every month, like, she needs to go to the bank, set up auto pay, whatever it is that she needs to do to have the same amount of money get donated to your Twitch channel at the same time every month. And you're going to lose a little bit of money in this process, by the way. It's not much, but you're going to lose 2-3% because Twitch is going to take their cut before they pay it back out to you. So you're basically using Twitch as a middleman. Twitch or Streamlabs or whatever, donation service you want to use. You're using them as a middleman. So then it looks like you make your money live streaming. And she just donates it to you. And you don't even have to say it's coming from her. You can just say make your money streaming. Whatever. Because if you do it through Twitch or through Streamlabs or through wherever, they're going to send you tax work to go with the amount of money you've earned at the end of the year. So you'll have tax paperwork showing that you have a second source of income outside your job, and that second source of income is live streaming. Even though you're not really live streaming right now. As long as money's coming in on that live streaming platform, on paper it'll look like you are. It'll look like you're making money doing that. So you just get her to keep paying you those donations every month. Those donations, she pays the donation to Streamlabs or whatever. They take their cut and then they pay it back to you. Just make sure that she donates before the payout date every month. So you lose a little bit of money for that service, but that service creates a paper trail for you. And now you've got paperwork to show that you got paid. There's a reason why anytime anyone owes me money, I make them pay me back on my Twitch stream. They could cash at me the money, sure. And I'd get 100% of that money. I take the hit of 2 or 3% or whatever it is, so I can put it on my taxes. Waffle and Enjoy both owe me about $150 right now, and they're both going to give it back to me through donating on Twitch because I want that. I want to write that off on my taxes. I want that as income. I don't know if I can make it any closer, Hive. I don't know if I can. Sorry, I'm giving... sorry, we're having a little brainstorming session, I guess we'll call it, about how to deal with a court case. I'm not, and I'm not trying to give you shit, man. I'm giving you these speeches because I don't want to see you fuck this up. Because you only get one shot at this, and I want to make sure that you've got all your ducks in a row before you step foot in that courtroom. And I mean, your lawyer is going to help with that too, but your lawyer doesn't know everything. And you have to be willing to tell them everything, even the embarrassing shit. Otherwise, he can't help you properly prepare. So, I'm just giving you the possible pitfalls you may be walking into if you don't give this lawyer every single piece of information that he needs. And I mean everything. Even all the shitty relationship stuff, all the embarrassing financial stuff. Tell him you bought a charger. Like every purchase you've made, every dollar you've earned, every conversation between you and the ex, everything has to go to that lawyer. And I mean everything. He's basically your fucking therapist at this point.
Yeah, because part of the thing that they had sent me is a financial affidavit, and on there, I did put down the money that she sends me every month. It does total into that.
Yeah, which it's good that you put that in there. I'm just letting you know that they're going to ask for proof of all this stuff when you actually go to court. Like you're going to have all those documents. And her giving you stuff doesn't really have a document attached to it other than like maybe a receipt.
Bank statement.
Yeah, other than maybe a bank statement, and even that, the argument there from a judge, and I know because my wife's already been through this, is that that's not technically a source of income because it can be ripped away from you at any moment. It's not. It's essentially considered charity. But when you do it through somewhere like Twitch, Twitch is taxable and is considered income. People do Twitch as a job. People don't beg for money from their fiancés as a job, you know? Like, that's not a job. So that's like, you not only have to think about what you're showing the judge and what you're presenting to your lawyer, you also have to think about how her lawyer can make it look bad, because that's going to be her lawyer's job. You're going to present that and say, well, my fiance pays me this every month, so we have joint income, and her lawyer's gonna counter with, well, Your Honor, they're not legally married. She has no obligation to pay for this child. Her income shouldn't be factored into this. She could leave tomorrow, and there's nothing you can do about it. And the judge would go, yeah, you're technically right. If they were married, then if she left tomorrow, you'd have to go through a divorce, where then there would be a proceeding and there would be payouts and blah, blah, blah. But if you're not married, she can just up and leave, take her money with her, and you're left with nothing. And that would be her lawyer's response to that, I would imagine. Is him just going, that's not income. But if it came from Twitch, and then you've got paperwork showing that, oh, I live stream video games at night on Twitch or YouTube or Kick or wherever, and they're paying me this much. You know, and I'm getting that through donations. And those donations, you don't have to tell them they all came from one person. They could be coming from thousands of people. They don't fucking know. All they know is that that platform has taxable income it's paying you every month. And no lawyer could really argue with that, because it's legal, it's taxable, and it's considered income. Good to go. So you just kind of avoid that argument altogether by incorporating that middleman into her paying of your bills. So I would recommend doing that from now on, going forward. Just any dime she has that she wants to give to you, she needs to do it through Twitch. Donate it to your Twitch, through Streamlabs, through Twitch, through whatever, and then have them pay you. So you've got some paperwork to back it all up. Because that is worth its weight in gold. I don't know if you've ever been to court, but I have a few times. I can tell you what's worth its weight in gold in a courtroom, and that's paperwork. Paperwork and legal documentation. No lawyer can argue with that shit. Get every fucking thing in writing and make sure it's legal. Legal and notarized if possible. Mags, I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready for.
Back again.
Yeah, I don't think Mags is ready for a big dick death witch here. You know, this right here. This is marriage ruining potential. Okay, if you've got a boyfriend.
I know Mags pops in every now and then.
Yeah. Because if you got a boyfriend, I can tell you right now, all viewers watching, ladies or men, you got a boyfriend, and you were given a night with Death Witch, you no longer have a boyfriend. Okay, you just forgot about him. This became your new obsession. You want to get Eiffel Towered? Well, my wife is not opposed to joining in. That is definitely a possibility. She got a strap on now too. It's a big one. Not for me, for the ladies that join us. Single and not looking for a relationship. You just want to get destroyed. I think between me and my wife, your destruction is at hand. What's up, Rio? This alone could destroy you, but you know, if I get tired, I'll just tag my wife in. Boom. Destruction imminent. Start hearing that fucking sound effect from. Oh yeah, I have a soundboard now. You start hearing that sound effect from Metal Gear Solid. Didn't I add that one here? Yep.
Oh, alert.
yeah, the pants drop and it's. Oh shit.
Bruh.
I was about to click the same fucking one too.
Yeah, I added a bunch of good ones here. And then my wife will whip her tits out and your response is
I haven't talked to fucking Mags in almost 4 or 5 months now.
Yeah.
I'm in danger.
But you know what it means when your girlfriend's the one paying most of the bills, right, Icy?
Mm-hmm.
This is why you're fucking poor.
Oh, I like my soundboard.
Yeah, I use voice mod for mine.
Yeah, well, adding it to Discord like this means anyone who joins the Discord. By the way, guys, good reason to join the Discord. You get access to the soundboard you can use in any other Discord. So you can take cool intros like
What's up there, Chomo?
into other Discords.
Oh my.
Go in there and you can watch other gamers doing their thing and be like,
Fuck! You guys are doing good.
can enter in there and be like,
Hey, hi, how are you? What's your name? What's your pronoun?
all right.
Ta-ta there, retard.
You use the R word.
But he did.
You use the R word.
This guy stinks.
You need to join and get spammed by dick pics? Whoa. Alright. Alright. My Discord is not full of dick pics. Okay? It's primarily a dick-free zone. Now, what you guys do in the DMs is your business. I don't put my dick pics on Discord. Those are locked.
There's not a whole lot of Richards in the Discord server either.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of Richards, and I don't put my dick pics here. Okay, Deathwitch puts his dick pics firmly behind the OnlyFans paywall. Okay? You want to see the goods, you got to pony up. I'm not opposed to showing the goods. I have an OnlyFans for that. Go sub today. Actually, subbing's free. Just go buy something. I don't just post dick pics. I post also random stuff. OnlyFans is basically my Twitter at this point. I just post whatever over there. I do entertain at parties.
I was just going through the member list, and who I haven't heard from in fucking forever? Pike.
Pike? Yeah, Pike went off to college, and that's the last I heard of him.
Yeah.
He should be about ready to graduate, though. We should be hearing from him again pretty soon. I know he went off to college, and, like, life took over.
Mood.
It happens, man. My little community's growing up on me. So proud of you kids. Growing up so fast. Pike went off to college, and I don't think he'll have a problem, graduating from college, because as he put it,
This shit should be easy.
See, I'm just happy I'm in my final year of it myself.
how much of your hold on, how much of your $8,000 a year income came from, like, college grants? Because I imagine you got Pell Grant and shit.
FAFSA and all that, yeah.
Well, I mean, the FAFSA is just the application to get things. What did you get from your FAFSA? Did you get Pell Grant? Did you get scholarships? Like, what did you get?
It was the Pell Grant.
Just the Pell Grant?
Actually, let me pull that up on.
Okay, well, stop. I'll back up. Did you speak to a guidance counselor before you filled this thing out. So you had a
Yes.
financial advisor.
Yes.
Okay. Because with your income being as ridiculously low as it is, like, you not only should have had college completely fucking paid for, but you should have had some left over to help with living expenses.
Yeah, that's actually how most of a good chunk of stuff gets paid. It's through leftovers from.
Yeah, that's what I was
The
wondering. Like,
traffic cap.
how much is left over? Hey, is your income, and how much comes from your job? Wait, do you have a job?
Yes, I work part time right now. While I'm a full time student.
I mean, how part time? $8,000 a year.
Well,
And-
last year was the only reason why I was down that low is because the place I was working at until I left them to go to my current job was only scheduling me 3 hours a week at $15 an hour. And then the
Why-
job I have now
why-
is $14 an hour at 30 hours a week.
Why don't you just do Instacart? Is what I don't understand. So you're not at the mercy of someone else's schedule. You've got school, you've got obligations. You can do Instacart whenever you have free time. Like, you make your own schedule. And if you do 3 Instacart orders, the average Instacart tip per order is like $10. If you can do 3 of those in an hour, you're making $30 an hour. And you can do it when you want to do it. Turn it on for you got 4 hours this part of the day. Turn it on, take orders for 4 hours, turn it off. Go back about your day. Then you don't have to, like, work around another schedule. Like, you've got everything you need to do Instacart. You've got your own car, you've got, valid driver's license, no criminal record, to the best of my knowledge. Like, no DUIs, I'm assuming.
None.
Yeah, no major traffic no major traffic incidents like that, like, DUI or stuff that would be your fault, basically running red lights, like no reckless
Yeah.
driving tickets. Yeah, so you're
Yeah, none of that.
so you're pretty much instantly approved for Instacart. Just do Instacart. I don't know if you were on my stream when I talked about the guy that worked with me who quit to do Instacart. And just, he came up to work and I had to help him print out his W-2s because apparently he didn't want to wait for him to come in the mail or whatever. And I was basically helping him get his tax work together so he could do his taxes. And he showed me his tax stuff from Instacart last year. That shows what he made doing Instacart last year. How much do you think he made doing Instacart full time last year?
Not even sure.
Just take a wild guess. What would you imagine doing Instacart for 8 hours a day? Roughly. Some days he did 6, some days he did 10. Just basically just doing Instacart full time instead of working a regular job. What do you think he made last year?
32,000.
It's a solid guess. Want to know what he actually made? 78. He made $78,000 last year doing Instacart. I signed up that day. I signed because that's a lot of money. And then he started breaking it down for me. He was like, yeah, it's all you got to do is just learn how to take the right orders. Like, it doesn't matter if you take a big order or a small order, as long as it's over $50, most people are going to just tip you $10. That's just kind of so if you take a $50 order, they'll tip you $10. And that's like 6, 7 items from a grocery store. It's a small hand basket full of stuff. If you do $100 an order, then you got to grab a cart, you have to actually go shopping, and then you have to deliver all this food. And they're still only going to tip you $10. So you just take a bunch of small orders. And if you can do 3 of those in an hour, he usually does 3 or 4 orders an hour. Well, he's making $30, $40 an hour. You do that all day. So the money's there, and how much you make is entirely up to you. Like, how much are you willing to put
The
in?
thing is, I punched in my zip code for Instacart. I'm looking through it right now, and nowhere around me works with Instacart at the moment.
I mean, I'm sure there's some places. Even if you have to drive like an hour away and then just make that part of your commute to work, so to speak, you'll still make more money than working part-time and some shit job. And you can do that whenever you have free time. Like, you can say, today's my Instacart day, and then you drive to whatever the nearest big city is to you, or decent sized city, whatever that Instacart does work with, and then you just, you know, drive there and hang out there for the day, just taking orders. And then when you get tired of taking orders, you go back home, make your money, go home. That's kind of what he does. He still takes orders in the city where I live, but he moved outside of the city, and he still drives back here to do his Instacart because the place he moved to doesn't have a whole lot of places that do Instacart where he's at. So, I mean, yeah, you kind of got to go where the money's at. But driving to a place where the money's at and then just taking orders non-stop all day for that day, you'll make as much money in that day as you would have made the entire week doing a part-time job. And you can do it in a day. Just set aside a day for it. Then you could really, working Instacart like that, part-time, 1 or 2 days a week, you'll make way more money than working a regular job part-time 1 or 2 days a week. It's still a better option. It just pays too well. Like, I mean, it just does. I don't know your zip code. I'll have to look it up. It's in my Discord somewhere, but I'm sure I could find a city probably within an hour of you that does Instacart where you'd probably make a good deal of money. I mean, you do you. I'm just trying to put myself in your shoes and being like, how would I remedy the situation? Because that is a ridiculously low amount of money for an entire year's worth of income. Let me get back to my game here. I'm sitting here talking to you. I mean, that's a ridiculously low amount of money for an entire year. Even doing Instacart like 1 day a week should more than double that.